morning, ninth graders. This is George Bringas,
And I am Tanggong,
your teacher for today with our English subject. Before we begin with our new lesson for today, make sure that you have a strong internet connection. Ready yourself and just focus for our today's lesson. Today, we will going to tackle about the active and passive voice. First, do you have an idea what active and passive voice all about? Okay class, let me first explain it to you. Active voice is the subject of the sentence performs the action, which means the subject is the doer of the action. While passive voice is the subject receives the action, which means that passive voice is the receiver of the action. For example, in active voice, the gardener watered the plants. In this sentence, it's an active voice because the word gardener as a subject in the sentence did the action. Did you get it, class? Very good. Now let's proceed to the example of passive voice. The plants was watered by the gardener. This sentence is a passive voice because the word gardener as a subject is now the receiver of the action. Did you understand it, class? Very good. Now we will going to learn on how to convert a sentence from passive to active voice.
First, look for a by phrase. If you find one, maybe the sentence is in the passive voice. Rewrite the sentence so that the subject word in the by clause is closer to the beginning of the sentence. Example: the book is being read by most of the class. In this sentence, it is a passive voice because it contains by the phrase. Removing by the phrase and reworking in the sentence will give it the active voice. It will turn to be like this. Most of the class is reading the book. Second, if the subject of the sentence is somewhat anonymous, see if you can use a general term such as researchers, the study, or the experts in the field. Again, researchers, the study, or experts in the field. For example, it was earlier demonstrated that heart attack can caused by high stress. In this sentence, the subject seems to be anonymous. Therefore, we will use the word researchers to be the subject in the sentence. After that, we are going to convert it into an active voice, and it will go like this. Researchers earlier showed that high stress can cause heart attack. Did you get it, class? Excellent! And now, before we end our lesson, again, what is active and passive voice? Very good. In active voice, the subject is the doer of the action, while in passive voice, the subject is the receiver of the action. Can you give me an example of active voice? Very good. George kicked the ball is an example of an active voice because George as a subject is the doer of the action. And if you will going to convert it into a passive voice, it will go like this. The ball was kicked by George. Are you all clear? Good job! And I hope you have learned from this lesson.
Before you turn off your connection, we will be having our activity. You will going to identify whether if the sentences below is passive or active voice. To answer these sentences, I want all of you to cooperate. Number one is an active voice, and you got the correct answer. Very good, class. And now let's proceed to number 2. Number 2 is also an active voice, and you answered it correctly. Number 3 and number 4 is an example of passive voice. Great job! You really learned a lot. Lastly, number 5 is an active voice. Well done! I am very happy to know that you are really listening with our discussion for today.
Again, I am Tanggong,
And I'm George Vincent Bringas,
your teacher for today. Bye!
and keep safe.